Shalom, brothers and sisters. Grace, mercy, and peace be unto you from Yahuwah the Father and Yahusha our Mashiach, his voice. Hear, O Yasharal, Yahuwah our mighty one, he is one Yahuwah. This is Brother David coming to you again to bring you a report. The new moon was confirmed the evening of Monday, the 24th, which will make your Shabbats for this month on Tuesday. And the Passover will begin the 9th of March at even. That means in the evening. Happy New Year, Yasharal. We have entered into the first month of the year. But there's great deception out there. If you go online to the people who have cited the renewed moon, what will they tell you? This is the 12th month of the year. Why do they say that? Because last year the Jews added a 13th month. Why did they do that, Brother David? Because they said the barley harvest was not ripe. That's how they disguised this deception. But what was underlining it was that they had to make some adjustments to the calendar, because you have to understand that the Passover has to fall out on a Sabbath day, being that they fixed the Saturday Sabbath on the Gregorian calendar. They had to use the rules of postponement so that they can make their feast day fall out on their fixed Saturday Sabbath. If you don't understand what I just said, it's because you're not checking on everything that everyone is doing. We have to be like the Bereans. If you follow these people blindly, they will lead you to the bottomless pit. But I've given you all the evidence to show you that there is no such thing as adding a 13th month. Why is that? Because there's no statute to tell you to do so. Then who created this doctrine? The Jews. Do you understand, brothers and sisters? Do we follow them also? Well, they have the rest of the world following them. But there's only two groups that I found that are not following the Jews in their deception of adding this 13th month. That is us, Yasharal, and the Israelite brothers. The Israelite brothers didn't add a 13th month to the calendar either. But what they did do was that they started their year from the full moon. Even though they're in the right month, they are still starting their month wrong. If you start from the full moon, you're going to come to the dark moon to have your feast, which is the 30th day of the month, and then you will go into the next month with your feast days. Does not work that way, brothers and sisters. So this is what I want you to do. Study this thing. You have 2 weeks before Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread begins. You have to prove this to yourself. We have to be like the Bereans. You cannot just follow people blindly just because you saw a video and the person sounds eloquent doesn't mean that they are right. You have to check everyone. I can say this 1,000,000 times. Maybe 1 or 2 will check to find out whether it is true. So, brothers and sisters, this year, do not let yourself be a sheeple. Learn, grow. Do not refuse this knowledge. The knowledge that I have supplied for you is the path that would lead you back to Yahuwah. Because your Sabbaths are in the sky. The Passover is a high holy day. It is a regular weekly Sabbath, and it's a high holy Sabbath. They are joined together. They have to be on the same day. This is why the Jews had to add a 13th month, because they fixed their Sabbath on the Gregorian calendar. But our Sabbaths are in the sky. So guess what? Our Passover and Feast of Unleavened Bread is going to fall out on a regular weekly Sabbath, and it's going to be a high holy Sabbath. When you follow the way that Yahuwah has created things to work, everything lines up. But when you start making things up out of the imagination of your own mind, you keep running into difficulties. You keep having to make adjustments. There's no adjustments to be made here. Enjoy your New Year, Yasharal. Enjoy your Passover, Yasharal. Enjoy your feast days, Yasharal. And enjoy your Sabbaths. They will all be on a Tuesday. Shalom.